No coffee today. I've drunk enough coffee today. Hello, everybody. Hello. So, welcome. Here we are again. And yet another stream and another day. Hang on, sound check. Let's do a sound check first. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. So, hello. Yes. Okay, good. I can hear myself. That's all good. So, hello, everybody. Hope everyone is doing awesomely well today. So, we are going to do something different today. Round of applause there, ladies and gentlemen. So, we're going to do some music today. So, by popular request, why do I always get myself tangled up? That's the question. By popular request, we're going to do an EDM track, so of some kind, today. I know there's a lot of movie guys out there as well, and we will be doing some movie stuff soon. But I've asked permission to get a trailer that I have worked on before, and basically because the movie business is very, closed door, I have to get permission first before I do that. So, we're going to do that. But a lot of the people in the chat wanted to have, some EDM, some techno stuff, some, that type of thing. So today we're going to just fiddle around with that. And then maybe next week we'll do something movie and an ambient and something like that. So I do have a giveaway today. Talking of EDM, I've got a few bits and pieces of EDM stuff that we've got with the Horizen that I will be giving away a bit later on, as well as we always do, we do give away Horizen to you awesome people. So, and also whatever I write on stream, you guys can have as well. So, it is what it is. So, let's be honest, I'm not going to make a #1 record by doing this. It's just simply just showing you guys my workflow techniques and Horizen in action, really, and we'll just come up with a couple of bangers between us, so and the stems essentially, and things like if you want it. Now, a few announcements to make. First of all, just so you all know that our plugin Horizen is still on sale at 50% on Plugin Boutique. So if you don't own one yet, shame on you. And basically, head on over there and you get a super discounted rate. It's only there for another week. So, it's so grab it while you can. And for those of you that do have Horizen, then you're my best friends and we're all good. So at the end, hopefully you're all really enjoying Horizen and what it has to offer so far. Myself and Lyndon in the chat, as you all know very well, we have been gassing behind the scenes about future development of the plugin, and oh boy, that's all I'm going to say. Just oh boy. We've got some good things happening, some good things coming, and yeah, we're really excited between us. Just a lot of work. We are a small company, but just lots of work. But between the pair of us, we'll nail it and we'll get things sorted out. So at the end of the day, we're all working towards the same thing, just to make a super duper platform that we've got. So really super excited. So I know that we're really busy at the moment, so we are gonna keep you girls and boys informed along the way of what we do. So yeah, Fabian, I can't say too much just yet, but it's just let's just say there's lots of new toys to play with in Horizen. Let's just keep it there at the moment. More details will be uncovered as we get them. But I will give you the quick highlights, which we're really focusing on, which is expansions, which is our brand new expansion system inside Horizen. And that's pretty huge for us because it means that you wonderful people can get a really cheap expansion pack, and it's filled with dedicated genre-specific sounds for that, for that market era, shall I say? And so, if you want a techno bundle, or if you want an ambient bundle, or film, or cinema, or EDM, or whatever it is that you want, it's there. So And you know, we love giving away free stuff, of course we do, you know, but you know, obviously we've also got to make a living as well. So hopefully you find people can enjoy them as we unfold them. And so we want to try and keep it constant and keep everyone in a loop as we go. So MPE, not so sure just yet, but it is something that we have discussed. But you know, it's obviously something that we need to work on in the background. So I'm not going to commit to answering that just yet, Expedia. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, but obviously it doesn't just focus on expansions. We've got lots and lots and lots and lots of things. And I don't want to go into too much detail yet because I'm hoping that once our wonderful Lyndon is back off holiday, he's going away next week. So he won't be here, unfortunately. So I'll be flying solo next week. But when he comes back, him and myself, we can have some, you know, some calls and see if we can come up with a kind of a better list that we're allowed to expose to people. But I think we have spoken about some bits and pieces, and but you know, it's all good. Let's just say the future is awesome. That's all I'm going to say for now. All right. So, I mean, as a sound designer, I'm super excited. Put it that way. You know what I mean? I've seen some things that you people haven't. So it's kind of, I'm smiling, literally. That's legit. You know, so yeah, it's all good. So yes, he's going to Texas. He's you know, going to join all those cowboys over there. So right, anyway, so today I am going to be doing a track, and just so you know, at the end of the stream, I will be giving away all of these presets that you see here. So there's about, I don't know, 40 or 50 of them. They're all EDM based and, you know, designed for, you know, electronic music. Again, if you find them useful, great. If you don't, no bother. You know, these are just things that I've thrown together real quick for you guys, just when I've got a spare few minutes. You know, just so I've got something to give back to you guys. You know, it's like, that's the way we roll here, you know. So, but obviously these are just using what's currently in Horizen. So, you know, there's nothing new per se, but it's still a new sound and a new fresh take on something. If you can find it useful, that's great. So, you know, and I'll run through those real quickly in a second before we start. Second of all, I want to just shout you out to a fact of a few people last week were mentioning about Discord. And if I'd be clever now and press my button here, hold on. No, that didn't work at all. So I'm not clever. I'm a massive failure. Let me do that again. So hold on. Now, what I need to do is press this button and do this. Right. Those of you who have Discord, I set up a Discord channel a long time ago, but obviously we didn't do anything with it. So it's kind of was sitting there dormant. But now, you know, we've obviously joined the Traction universe. Obviously things are moving much more faster paced now. So it's about time that we got our own community involved. And so I'm going to throw the link up now. So that's a permanent invite to Discord. Feel free to join it. And what's good about that is obviously we can let everybody know that we're going live. What we're doing, people can make suggestions in real time and talk to us in real time. I'm always there. So, you know, I'm just a beep away, essentially. So if you've ever got any questions or whatever, you know, feel free to just drop me a message, all right? So we don't have too many people in there right now because, as I say, we haven't done anything. But, you know, it's there, right? So feel free to knock yourself out and do what you're going to do. Now, on with the show. And likewise on there, by the way, I can also like just drop things in there. You can share your music with me as well. And once we start getting a bit of a more of a community, we can then have a share your music stream as well. So, and things like that, you know, it's just about just giving back to you guys, which is important. So, yeah. So, on with the show today. Let me just run you through a couple of these presets that I've done. And then we'll write a track. I have no idea what I'm going to do today, but it's just a case of let's just suck it and see. So in here there are a load of different not necessarily a genre. It's just electronic music, so EDM, techno, future house, dubstep, whatever it is you want. So, you know, there's a few things in here, including a 303-ish kind of thing. So that we kind of have. Hang on, I've got two Horizons linked here. Let me just link the right one. All right, let me run with that. Actually, let's do this one because that one's louder. Sorry if it's going to click, by the way. This is the problem when I run my setup with a stream. So, TV303. So, Inner Horizon, amazing. So, and we don't have those pulse leads either, so, which is great. Loads of random stuff. Some kind of leady things, some basses, you know, all that type of stuff. Some just general chords, that sort of thing. What else have we got here? Just kind of going through them really quickly. That sort of stuff. Some tweaky leads. Stuff like that. Main root drop lead. All that type of stuff. What's this? Mid bass. So yeah, all this. You gotta love it, right? All this type of thing, as well as your typical respaces, you know. A few of those, you know, different variations. Whatever you want, really. Some risers. Let's go. Some of those. What else have we got? Techno loops. That was fun. All in a Horizon that was done. Pretty, not bad, huh? That's just crazy, you know. So, oh, this is a fun one. Trance vocal. It's panned right. I don't understand why that is. Is it? Sure that's not you? It's coming sensitive for me. On the yeah, it's pretty normal for me here. So anyway, I'm trying not to get myself tangled up, which is a nightmare really, to be honest, with this cable here. Right, let's just do that. There. Okay. All right, now, because, let me just explain a few things before we start. Oh God, this is annoying. I'm getting the latency delay back on my headphones. So, my door today is Studio One, in case anyone was wondering. Probably everyone's using FL Studio these days, but hey, I break the mold and I'm on Studio One. I do have 3 monitors set up, so if I'm doing something, sometimes I will have to drag it down or drag it across or whatever. I've got my mixer stuff all the way over here, which has got everything on, which is just empty right now. And then I've got my plugin on the other window, and of course I've got my Streamlabs as well everywhere. So I need to do it so I can read chat and focus on the main screen at the same time. So if you don't see everything all the time, it is what it is. Now, I'm not going to... My aim today is just to have some fun with you guys and then share, obviously, what I've got, and then you guys can then just take it and make it into something fun. So what I've done is I just quickly, just literally 10 minutes before I joined the stream, I just dug out a couple of vocals that we can work with today, just on doing something. So, and this is what I came up with. I sung it myself, so...
There's a sweet escape in your memory.
Obviously my voice.
Let me step into it.
So...
Help me remember it. The old movie of a Serenity.
Yeah, so there we go. So that's what we're going to kind of work with today. So I'm just going to get straight into it and just... it is my voice. Just, you know, that's how I sing. That's how I sound when I sing. So this is in G minor. So let's just basically do that. So what I thought about doing is like a big room kind of vibe, because it's relatively straightforward to kind of put together. So let's just kind of get on one. Now, I want to start off with just kind of getting the lead kind of thing that I want to do. Now, I will be using... Oh, this delay is killing me. I will be using, like, lots of other plugins and stuff to do my work. So, but this is how I would create a track in real life. I'm not going to just exclusively do it on Horizen, because that's not how people are in the real world. So this is simply just to showcase, look, I'm only going to use Horizen for the voices and the sound. And everything else, like drums and stuff, will be samples and effects and things like that. You know, the normal kind of thing, right? So, but for the general bulk of the sound, it will be Horizen. So, you know, so we'll go with that. So, I want to start off with some kind of up thing. I'm thinking maybe, let's just have a listen and see what we can kind of do in G major. So, oh, tangled up. So, I think, yeah, so I'm just going to quickly step it in and do something that way. So, let's just create, I don't know, a loop this big. And then I'll drag this over here, just so you can see what's going on. Hello, Uwe Stark. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing marvelously well. So, where was I? So over here. So let's put this to 16th notes, and we'll drop this in. And what I want to do is create like a kind of constant thing, I guess. But I want to have a running lead at the same time. So maybe we'll put this guy here, and then we'll fall back to maybe to this. So we just have something running constantly, and then I'll copy and paste this in a minute. So if we have that run down, maybe here. Okay, that's maybe too fast. So let's just go to 8th notes maybe instead. Oh, I've cocked that up and I've choked it already. Never mind. I only want to do one pattern anyway, and I can copy the rest. So, now is that too slow? I don't know. Let me just copy it and see if it's too slow. Yeah, you know what? I preferred the other one being faster. I think that's the point. Definitely want it to be. I'm gonna have to turn my volume down. I'm getting this horrible latency today, so something's happened. Um, but I won't be able to run. Let me s- mm, let me see if that will work. Sorry for the noise. Okay, can you still hear me? You can. Okay, good stuff. Make sure that all my other operations are working. Uh, yeah, they're working fine. So, all right. Yeah, sorry about that. It's just, look, I'm learning all this streaming malarkey, so I know that, people have full stream setups and stuff like that, but, I don't. So, um, it is what it is. Right, I'm going to go for the faster one. I think that's going to be super valid. So, let's run with that. And the reason why I want it fast is because then I can then just really manipulate it afterwards. So we'll have this go to here. No, actually, we'll have it on the 2, and then I can copy that. Oh, typical! I forgot this note. But I don't want the sound like that. I'm just going to write it in, and I'll then play with the sound after. And I want to filter it all up and things like this. So just bear with me a second. This is what happens when you write music, so it has to always come in chunks. So then I want this to here, and this can go on the 3rd. Yeah, all right, that will work once it's filtered. Let me just filter that now because I don't want it so high to start off with on this guy, to be honest. Let me choose, see, I'm on the other. There's a sweet escape in your memory. So that's kind of what I want to kind of do with it. There's a sweet escape in your memory. And then you kind of just bring it in nicely. And the sound I'm using here is IDM add ARP, which is the part of the sound that I'll be giving you guys later. So, it is what it is. So, right, I've got this here now. I can copy that. Now I just want to just change this, maybe go down to the F sharp, maybe. So let's bring this guy down. So to the F here. Yeah, because that's good, because I can put a respace underneath that and then just maybe switch that out here. There's a sweet escape in your memory. Let me step into it. And then the second half, that's good. And the second half, I can then make that melody change. So where it goes down here, then here, I can go maybe up. Oop, one over to there. Help me remember it. And then this guy can go just here. Help me remember it. The old movie of us, a remedy. Okay, then that's the end of that loop section. And what the idea is here, I can then automate just the frequency here. So, which I think would be really cool. There's a sweet escape in your memory. Let me step into it. Help me remember it. The old movie of us, a remedy. So yeah, something like that. Oh, I like that, actually. That's kind of chilling. So that's good, but it needs that bottom end to it now. So let me now make a new horizon here. First, before I do anything, I want to add just some bottom end to it. So let's just run with the respace because, well, why not, right? We're doing EDM, so it kind of has to be done. But what can I play with that? That's the wrong sound. Let me load this one. Oh, I've just... I want that one. Thank you. let's choose this one. So I'm in G, so it'll be this note. I want a little step up though in between. Hang on, let me just play along with it.
There's a sweet escape in your memory. Let me step into it. Help me remember it. The old movie of us, a remedy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, that will work. So let's just put that in. So where was I? I was all the way down here. So let's just add this in. So to here, then we went down to the F sharp. But then I think I want something here. This is where I want that little turnaround bit. So maybe we can add maybe just 2 notes here just before. So because we're here, these 2 I think. Yeah, just the C and the C sharp. I think so anyway. I think that would be kind of cool. So it'd be fast though.
There's a sweet escape in your memory.
Too fast. I think, you know, we need to extend that. Maybe like this.
Escape in your memory.
Yeah, that's good. And then we're then back onto this note again here. So, and then I think what we'll do. Actually, do I want it? No. I'm doing this too long. Let's make it double length. I think. That I think would be just better because I can stay on that for a lot longer period of time. And then here I will do another change, but this time I'll go to the higher E maybe, and then back down to the F sharp, and then call it a day from there. So let's see.
There's a sweet escape in your memory. Let me step.
I still think that's too fast, right? Let me back up. I kind of like that turnaround.
There's a sweet escape in your memory. Let me step into it. Help me remember it. The old movie of us, a remedy.
Yeah, good. I like that. Okay, it's time to automate this because that has to open up. Otherwise, it just won't sound right. So, in Studio One or anyone that wants to automate stuff, is the easiest way to do it is just to literally just right-click on whatever it is you want to do. So, in this case here, so this is the one I want to automate. So, in Studio One, it's easy. You just grab it, which is the frequency right here, and just drag it, and then obviously you can now set it. So let's find a good starting position.
There's a sweet.
So that's too low.
There's a sweet escape in your memory. Let me.
Yeah, about there is nice. And then I want it fully open. So around about here. But let's put a little curve on it. Is it? Oh, okay. Sorry. Good shout, actually, yeah. Just here, there's a little thing and you can simply just drag whatever knob that you touch. So whatever one I touch here, it shows up on my automation lane, and now I can just drag it on to whatever I want.
There's a sweet escape in your memory.
So that should now open up.
Let me step into it. Help me remember it. The old movie of us, a remedy.
Okay, that's really good as a kind of like an opening thing. Obviously, we're going to break out and have a big drop in a little while. So, but let's play with some things. I mean, this vocal line, I want this end here. That's what I'm hearing. I love the way she sings remedy. It's that D. I want to play with that D just here. D, D. Hang on. I've got an idea. Let me just loop this bit. Does this work? Oh yeah, okay. That'll work after that to take me into the second section just before the big drop, right? So we're going to start adding other bits and pieces to this in a little while, but let's just, while we're on the flow, let's just keep it burning. So, you know, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to copy that over to here. So hopefully that is, and then it'll be D, and maybe I can then speed that up and then filter that as well with a, you know, cool kind of thing. So let's do that. But before I do that, I want this one, duplicate track, no, let's just duplicate that track. I'm going to copy this down, delete that, and then over here in my effects, some Valhalla reverb, maybe, question mark. Let's do that. And then we're going to add some cool synthy stuff after. Now, where is Valhalla? Here we are. I love this plugin. It's so good. You know, but I want a really wet version of it. Let's just solo it. Loads of decay. A little bit. That's fine, but a little bit more high frequency. Okay, that's fine. So, and then it will end on that, and then we'll have something happening towards the end, which I'll deal with later, but for now, it is what it is. And then this guy, if that plays nice, oops. Okay, that's good. And then we can kind of make that carry on, essentially. So, I should have just done that right to start with. Look at that. I'm just, there we go. I just copy loads of those for now. And that will just run in the background and filter down and then back up again, right? So, and that would be kind of dope, I think, you know, it would just be good. So,
There's a sweetest. There's a sweet.
Let's hear what this at the moment is going to sound weird, I think.
There's a sweet escape in your memory. Let me step into it. Help me remember it. The old movie of a serenity.
But then obviously the music is still carrying on. So here, let me just duplicate that because I want the respace. And then this guy, I want to then change, but I want the same but without the automation. So at this point, I want that on here. So that'd be full on. Right, then I want some more. I just want to just build it up before I drop it, you see what I mean? Now, on this one, I don't want these fancy turnarounds here, so that would just be straight. Literally just between those two notes. And we got that on, and what I want to do is then add a third synth of this guy. So if I duplicate in, this track here, get rid of this guy. Now this one, let's find a sound suitable for this. So we can then change it. So I want something just sorry, right? Or maybe something to complement it anyway. You know. Actually, that's perfect right off the bat, I'm not gonna lie. So. Oh, just that squeaky one might be a great shout. Yeah, that's going to need some tweaking, but we're going to work on effects and stuff later because I want to do some clever stuff with that. But let's just, while we're on this quick journey, let's just do this. So this one then, just needs to go right to the end. What's the last vocal she sings?
The old movie of a serenity.
Okay.
Help me remember it.
What's the first line?
There's a sweet escape in your memory. Let me step into it.
Okay. So, what we could do is, I want another passing vocal just before. Oh, I've got these other vocals that I brought in from the same session. Not that one. Let's have a look at this one.
Keeping me up all night. Keeping me up.
Nah, not suitable. Okay, I'll worry about that in a minute. I think. And see what is what with that. Because I have this vocal up here as well.
Secrets you couldn't handle. A heart so hot, but it's fragile.
Anyway, we'll worry about that. We'll worry about that in a little while. So I've got this all going on, and then I want a bit more of a meteor Reese kind of bass thing here. So, but I want to open that up as well. But I want to open it up and then shut it down. You know what I mean? So, like the Reaper. So, let's do that. I could layer sounds, but because I want to do this individually, normally I would layer sounds here and I'd just duplicate them together, but I'm just doing things slightly different just to show you guys realistically. Otherwise it would be very confusing. You know what I mean? So here's what it is. So let's find a bit of a meteor, or not necessarily, it doesn't have to be a Reese bass, but just something different. Let's have a look. Just I want it to complement or just be a bit more aggressive, right? So okay, that's pretty good. I mean, there's too much mid-range, but that's good. We can kind of tweak that as we go once I build what I want to do into it, you know, so. Oh, yes, let me show you that, right? I know you sent me an email about that, but it's really easy. Look, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me go over to here, right? Let me just copy this over here for a second, all right? So, and solo this. No, I will. It takes 2 seconds. Right, so what you want to do is to get your XY working here, right? And to record it, it's really easy for automation. So first of all, you've got to assign it to whatever you want, right? So let me just put it on a couple of knobs. So to get these handles on your controller device or keyboard or whatever it is, click the little gear icon right here. And it's got 2 controllers here. You just add them. So if I learn the first one, I learn the second one. Oops, wrong knob. Right, they're now learned. Right, as you can see here, CC20 and CC21. So now, if I, well, you can see that, right? So I can now twiddle my knobs and like so, right? Now, if I wanted to record that to automation, all I do now is, in my case, I can now drag this to here, and I can just do this. Right. Now, if I play this, that should move. Easy as that, really. So, and yeah, you can then time that with your song or whatever it is you want to do, and happy days. So just make sure it's on 1-to-1, just so you know what you're doing. So that's how you do automation generally. So most DAWs or plugins, if you just right click, it tells you that you can learn it. And I do believe now FL Studio, which is people's DAW of choice for EDM and electronic music and such, I think that's automatically, it picks up like this does here. Whatever knob I fiddle with, it you know, it comes up and it tells you what the automation is. And of course, Lyndon had to program that in to start with. So, and then you simply just drag that to your DAW and happy days. So that's how you do that. So yeah, hopefully that helped you. Oh, you're on Studio One as well? Okay, good stuff. Well, there's 2 of us at least who use Studio One. Way to go. You know, I love Studio One. I really do. Genuinely. You know, because I own a recording studio and I'm a producer. I used to use Pro Tools for forever. And basically I was upset with Pro Tools when they did the price hike. And so I then kind of swiftly gave them up. You know, and I've been using, and then I looked at everything. I looked at Ableton, I looked at FL and all this type of stuff, but it wasn't for me. And so Studio One came along and I just fell in love with it immediately, and I could just be creative straight away, you know. So now Luna is something I'm really interested in. I have got it, I just haven't had the time to sit down with it yet. I just haven't had the time. So wow, lots of Studio One, guys. Awesome, this is amazing. So by the way, I've got my own color scheme here for Studio One, and if anyone's interested, you can have my color scheme. I can put it up on my Discord, so you know, if you so wish. And for those of you who, where is my thing gone? Here, right. For those of you who have just joined, I'm going to post my Discord link because we're now on Discord. Being awesome. So there you go. Feel free to join. I'll post all sorts of things like that if you like all this color scheme, but it's not for everyone. So you know. So yeah. Right. On with the show. So then, what I want to do after all this, then we're going to have the silence, which is the drop, the pre-drop, right? So that will be a few bars here, and then we're into the main big drop section where we're going to have big stonking, you know, drums essentially, which I've got one already prepared. So, you know, we'll have something like this, you know, or whatever, and kind of take it from there. So, how many bars do I want? 2 bars may not be a lot, but I do want a bit of vocal here, just because. Oh, actually, this last one I can use there instead. Because that's, or it could end with that actually. How about that? So, and vocal, and then the pre-drop. No, I don't actually want drums at this bit then. So I want more drums all the way over here because I want to do the pre-drop first, although I don't know what I'm doing yet with it, but I'm sure we'll kind of figure it out. So, so yeah, that's the next thing I kind of want to do now, is come up with a kind of like a big room lead, techno big room, whatever it is you want to call it, you know. So Fabian, I have to find my way. Trust me, honestly, it's people. Oh, I can see it here. So, hello everyone. So, say hello YouTube. So there you go. Here's what it is. This is going live later on. But I will post a link to my presets on the after this is done. All what I'm using here today, I'm going to try and use the presets that I'm going to give away, just so people have got an indication of what it is that they're getting. But I will put them in Discord, and I will also put them on a link with on the YouTube channel itself as well. So, you know, so it's all good, essentially. So yeah, right. So yeah, so let's now find something that we can do with, I want a kind of real big sound for the big room section. So let me just duplicate this track, and we'll go sound searching. So because I want it just about, how far do I want it after? Maybe 2 bars? Let me just get a timing. Yeah, that's about right, because I'll have something here, like some rises and all sorts of stuff, to kind of introduce that. I mean, we're not even at the good bit yet. I'm just simply just freeforming it just to get an idea, and then we can go back and have some fun along the way, right? So, you know, so this guy is where we're going to have something. It needs to be slow, I think, because I want to do like a 2-part lead. That's what's in my head at the moment. So, so I don't know. Let's just have a look at what we've got. Some kind of lead sounds. Let's figure out. In G. Too high, maybe? No, not enough space. I want space. It's probably identifying what key I want it in, you know, as well. So let's find some more sounds. It's a strange one. No, it's a bit thin for me, that one. The trouble is, it's really hard and awkward to play a really slow lead, right? So. Especially because it's out of context as well, right? So, you know, it's kind of always awkward. It's hella awkward, you know what I mean? So, but I do want the kind of the Reese bass section here as well, but not too full on, because then we're going to take the bass away, and then we're going to noodle some bass after it later. So, you know, that's not the right sound either, though, in fairness. Let's find something else. Something like that might work, and then what I could have is, because we're in G, and then have like a TV 303 as well that I made earlier, kind of like in between the lead sections. Oh, that would be sick if that could happen. Let me just have a look at a couple more leads just to get inspired. So. I'm just going to tag it in because it's so hard to play how I want it to play out of context. So, you know, I'm just going to just not do that. So here we are here. Then I don't want the vocal with it. So, because it's going to be just by itself. So, you know what? Let me just plug something in, and we'll just make it up as we go along, because that's how music is made, right, ladies and gentlemen? So let's just figure out the kind of timing that we want to do. So I kind of only want short and sweet. So maybe, I don't know. Let me just see what the timing's like. Let me switch to 8s. Dun dun dun. And then maybe here. Dun, right? Maybe an octave up. Bum, ba-dum. And now I can then do something cool with these. So, potentially. And then we can have here something else, a different melody here. So just here, and we can go up. And then it will be extreme down. Still not enough space, that's my only problem. Because I will kind of want a counter lead, so dum ba dum, dum 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 ba dum, something like that. So you know what? Let's carry that in, and then every other one, dum dum dum. Yeah, okay. Let's just do that. All right, scrub this. We're trying. So that needs to be ba-dum, ba-dum. Like so, right? So you know where I'm going with this. So and then I mean it's gonna sound stupid until I fill up the rest of the song, right? And I want copious load of reverb on this and things like that, and like, you know, really kind of give it the treatment, you know what I mean? So and then on this second one here, maybe we can split this note, maybe like into 2. So we can kind of do that, and then maybe this one can be that note instead, or maybe here. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And then that would repeat itself. So just drag it here. So let's call that. I'm going to try and remain organized as I go. So Reese to Reese, and second up, and then up. That's cool. So
Sweet escape in your memory. Let me step into it. Help me remember it. The old movie of a serenity.
big break there, build up, and then this section coming in. Don, 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 don. Bow, bow. Yeah, I like that. That would be great. I think that will really work. And then it can be more constant after when everything hits hard, if you know what I mean. So I think that would be really good. So, I mean, there's 2 ways we can skin a cat. We can either have this bit full, and then the other one when we get all the drums and all the percussion and everything in with a bit. I don't know. There's 2 ways to do it, and I'm not going to decide that now because we're just cooking up right now. You know, we're just cooking up. It's not important at the moment. You know, this is an early concept, so it's not going to sound like a track. But I'm thinking whether, because I want those counter bits in between. At least this is what's in my head. I don't know if any of this is going to work, but you know, it needs to kind of cement itself and be interesting. I don't want to just, you know, just do octaves at the end. So I want to do something kind of cool. But you got to go with what the music wants, right? So what I might do now is copy these two to here, because that's the ending, essentially. And then here, put something here. Dun, 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 and that's the end, and then there will be a little vocal break, and then into the big main drop. So that'd be cool, actually, not gonna lie. And you know what? I want to double this lead up as well, and all this is going to be filtered as well. So let me first of all just duplicate this. Once we get this sound made, then we can start building everything up on top of it, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of a cool thing. So let's now see how that plays with something else as well. Not bad. Too low. That will all run through the same reverb in a minute, but we'll get to that in a sec. No, what was this one? Oh, no, that's the wrong kind of sound. I don't want that one. So, I kind of like this, but I think with this, I just go an octave higher. So, maybe even an octave higher, and then just turn it right down. I mean, it needs some distortion and dirt and everything, so I think that would be good. And once they're both running through the same length of reverb in the same room, I think that would be pretty dope. But at the moment, let's just run with ideas, right? So now when I just go back to this bit, I just hearing something in my head on last playback. So we're going to create another instance of Horizen, and this time we're going to add, let's try, earlier on when I was playing it, the trance vocal, right? So let's play with this on this start. I got a feeling that it might really work. So let me just loop this bit. Let me just kill the vocals for a sec. And if I play the melody that I'm playing, so. I think that will really work. I think, oh, I'm excited by that. So I'm just going to play that in. So, you know. Yeah, I cocked up that last note because, you know, not perfect. But I like that. I think that's pretty fresh. So, you know, so I dig it. And then just here. And that'll be to end. So. Yeah, how's that now work with the vocal?
There's a sweet escape in your memory. Let me step into it. Help me remember it. The old movie of a serenity.
Okay, that's cool. I want some claps and things like that in this second half, so I'll put that in a minute. We've got a kind of an idea for this. I don't want to do any counter stuff yet until I've got kind of everything else down that I want to put down there, if you know what I mean. So, there is that, you know, at the end. So, so yeah, I need to make sure. Hang on, what's my levels at here? No, it's all good. Right. Yeah, I like that. I think that's like really promising right now. So I think it'll be really good, you know.
There's a
So
sweet escape in your memory.
it's just about getting inspired now, you know.
Step into it. Help me remember it. The old movie of a serenity.
Okay, yeah, I'm good. My mind is going like crazy right now, like millions of ideas how to make this an absolutely banger with lots of effects and stuff that I've got to do after, obviously. But at the moment, the ideas are flowing, and I like that, you know. So it's a flowing. So E. And then obviously we'll have the claps here. We'll have some ambience. Talking of ambience, that's what I want to do next. But I don't want to. I'm going to do this in a different way that's relatable to the track. A couple of things actually. So I'm going to show you a little trick that I like to use just before I do any kind of drops or anything like that. And that's using the same stuff that you've got the same stuff that you've got in the song to create your own ambience with, right? So it all marries up. So, for example, if I just take these two right here, and what I want to do anyway, I'm going to actually turn off the effects on this because I need to put on well, you'll understand in a minute. It's easier to show than explain. So these are going to just be dry because I'm going to use some. This is going to sound horrible dry. Brilliant. I thought it might do. So, because now I want to just bus these together. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to focus on one sound for the moment. So I'm going to get rid of that because this original sound is fine for what I want. Because I've got to think about how I'm going to process it. Once that's got distortion, tons of reverb, it's going to sound massive, right? So, you know, and let's work with that now. So put some reverb on here. Let's go for, what was the one I liked? Oops. That's okay. Once I get some side chains and stuff on that, I think that would be awesome, you know. So let's run with this for now, and we can change that. But all I really want to do at the moment is just grab just this, right? So, and I'm going to mute this. So all we have is that. Right, and now I'm going to just bounce that down to, oops, not that long. I only need about that long. So if I bounce that down, perfect. Right, we've got it. So, and now I can bring that back. And then what we do with that, now we've got just this. Let me put that to where I need it to go. Mix bus, okay. And then I can just make that a bit louder, a bit bigger. Right, I don't need all of this. And then simply just, why is that not on my shortcuts? Just reverse it. But at least I know it's the same sound, same everything, right? And so, you know, that will then eventually go into that sort of whole section. So, but obviously I need to tidy it up because I don't want this bit here. I can just fade that off. And that will kind of make sense once you've got everything all mixed in, but it's just a nice way of just cementing tracks together. You know, so let's just remove, actually I'll remove that end bit, I think. Don't need that at all, really. So yeah, that would be good. Then a little fade in. Then we'll have a big impact, some noise, you know, all the normal kind of, you know, stuff like that. Right, next thing I want to do is grab a little kind of clap loops and stuff, I guess. Let me see what I've got. Kaboom. Let me just refresh. And let me look at my splice. Here we are. Have I got... what have I got? What have I got? What have I got? Hey, yeah. Where's my... Okay, why can't I find anything whenever I want something? Okay, here they are. Percussion loops. No, it's not what I want. I want... No, I'd rather have a stadium clap loops, actually. That's what I kind of want, because I want the big summertime kind of vibe, you know what I mean? Big stadium vibe. That's what I'm kind of looking for. But there are no... Sadly, there are no clap loops here. Okay, let me go to my good friend Kashmir. He always has some, right? If you've not got any Kashmir stuff, just go to Splice and get it. It's just awesome. You know, I'm always using his for especially EDM and stuff. It's just so good, you know. It's just now, problem is now I've got to find where I've put things. It's just I've got things in different folders. I needed to tidy this up a long time ago and I haven't since. And I'm now ashamed because I'm now staring at a long list of things and I'm like, okay, where am I? So, you know, it's kind of bad. Not what I want, thank you. They're real clap loops. I don't want real clap loops. Ouch. They're hard on the ears, right? So, it's not what I want. So, where are you? Come on. Okay, let's not use any of those. Let's find something else. I'm clearly having a blank right there. So, looking at that, I'm like, what? Let me find some others. It doesn't matter. They're just claps. How hard can they be? Loops, no. They're no good either. You know what? I'm just going to build it myself. That one will do. Just that, and put some reverb on it. Happy days, right? And I'll add a percussion element to it as well. So because I want that in the second part, just here, coming in. So, you know, so maybe on the offbeat though. So, not maybe there, maybe here. Yeah, let's do that, I think. At least that kind of makes sense to me. Right, and then just basically I just want to chuck some reverb at it just to make it kind of sit nice and be nice, you know what I mean? So okay, let's put that to the right places. Yeah, now we're talking. See, that's what I kind of had in my head, just that, you know. Let's copy over that vocal loop I did earlier. And then a bit of that dropout, build up section, boom, in, you know what I mean? And then we'll just hit it, you know, we'll hit it hard. So, because I want this stage done in 2 stages. So that's the first stage. So let me tie those together. And then I'm going to copy that across, but leaving a bar gap. Maybe a bar, because I've got this idea for this vocal line to be here. This one. So let me move that out of the way. Just before the big drop hits, you see? I want it just to say a line. Maybe just here. And the line is, let me show you. So
This is it.
you know what I mean? It would say, this is it, and then basically we'd just slam, right? And I can put some fancy delays and make that all spicy, you know? That would be just awesome. So, I reckon at least. But it's just what to do here right now, and here. So, so let me just have a think while I listen to this.
There's a sweet escape in your memory.
Okay, this is all way too loud right now. I need to fix that in a minute. But at the moment, it's going to be too loud, so bear with it.
There's a sweet escape in your memory. Let me step into it. Help me remember it. The old movie of a serenity.
Okay, good. It's working, it's getting there, we're just building it up bit by bit. What I want is some other effects now, just to kind of bulk this out a little bit. So, what have we got in terms of... Where's my things up here? Okay, FX, noise loops. No. What I want is just normal noise. This is the thing that I don't enjoy. Like, I needed to really sort this out, and I haven't. And so, at the moment, I've got so much random stuff on here, and some of them are samples, some of them are songs I've done, some of them are random bits and pieces, and some of them are just odd things, and they shouldn't even be here, but, you know, they are. And so, my bad. But it is what it is. I'm just looking for noise, essentially. And then impacts. Noise and impacts, that's what I want. So let's close that down. Where did I put them in? There'll be some in here. White noise. No. Not what I'm after. I'm after for some. Here we go. Okay, that will do. They don't need to be anything fancy, but we'll just drag that in for now. Copy that up. I could do, but it's so. I mean, I've already got these in Horizon, but it's so, you know, it's just white noise. It's not exactly interesting. The atmospheres from Horizon are coming soon, like in this track. Do you know what I mean? Now, most of the FX I'll do externally because they need build up before them, and then they're all cutting up, so I won't be able to use them with Horizon. Well, I can, but it's a different feel, if that makes sense. Actually, that's in the wrong place. I want this just here. Actually, I want it in both places, actually. I want it at the start of the song and here. So, let me put that to the channel. This one. That one goes to mix bus there. Good. Right, turn this all way down because I know it's going to be super loud. So
There's a sweet escape.
a bit too quiet, a bit too ambitious.
There's a sweet escape in your memory. Let me step into it.
Okay, that needs now an impact, which I've got in all my movie stuff, most of which I've created over the years. Oh my god, I'm going blind today, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. No, they're dark effects. Most of these are like Foley stuff, but none of those. You know what? What I do want is nothing like that in my head. So what I'm going to do is create something based off a one shot. That's all I want. Just that. Just drag that here. I'm just going to make it myself. It's so much easier because we don't have that in Horizon, so it's so moot. So that's all I want. Just put some reverb on it, lots of decay, pretty much max thing. Put that on there, and then we just simply just get rid of the high end. Right.
There's a sweet.
Put that to the same as everything else.
There's a sweet. There's a sweet.
Okay, lovely. Now we just need to sort the pre-delay out.
There's a sweet escape in your memory. Let me step into it. Help me remember it. The old movie of a serenity.
Okay, one there. Right, next thing I want is some ambience, which I will use Horizon for because it needs to be noise. So, and that's going to go in here, underneath everything, underneath the big room lead that we haven't done yet, but yet we will. So this now is just going to be simply blanket stuff. And it's going to then get treated. So let's choose some of the Atmos. Let's find something that sounds rumbly. In not quite. No. Very specific sound I'm looking for. Oh, that might really work. So I like those little flutters. That's good. Yes. Okay, we'll use that. So that's all I need of that. And you know what? That's just going to be just constant, so I don't need to waste a synth for that. So I'll just transform that to audio. We've then got it then, so we don't need to worry about it. Just fade that in, fade that out, and then that would also be over to here. So, you know, eventually. Baba wow, baba wow. That's kind of what I want. So now I want some top stuff on here, and then we can start adding all the glory stuff, the stuff that makes the difference in a track. So we need this guy, needs to go here. Need a snare build up. I need a snare build up halfway, like here, like this. And then I need a kind of a self riser coming up as well. Now the riser, and I need a second atmosphere, but I need that to be in tune with the music. I need to turn my aircon off. Hang on 1 second, guys. Oh. Wow, I'm starting to get so freezing. It's like literally I'm sitting here shivering. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hella scary. Right. Okay. So I want to play with a new toy actually that I've been playing with the last few days, and I want to actually see it in action. So I'm going to try it. So I don't know how this is going to work out, but my ideas are there. It's just a case of let's just see if I can making it work. It's the chill music. Listen to him. I wish it was. Right, duplicate track. I'm going to just duplicate this to try it because I don't want to destroy anything, but this will either work amazingly well or it'll just be a massive flop and I've just killed it. But you know what? This is what I want to do. Right, so I'm sure you're all aware of Shaperbox. This guy. So I created a preset the other day where I was doing some washout stuff. This thing is really cool and effective if we can get it to work. So what I want it to do is this thing takes reverb to a whole new level and it is constant, but I've changed it and I've added some phaser in a time of quarter notes that we're gonna have. So, and this is what it will sound like. It will sound messy, but bear with. Right? Right. So that's what I want it to sound like. Now I've got this idea of I'm going to now just bounce that as it is, right? And I just want to see whether this even works. So, and then I'm going to pitch shift it up, right? And then take all the low end and then filter it and yada, yada, yada. You get the idea. So, there it is. So, incredible. You know. Whoa. It's just like hardcore, you know what I mean? But because it's in the same key, essentially. Right, so that's good. So now I can then basically fade that up like so, and then have it gleaming at the end, but just want to overrun it slightly. And then time stretch it slightly, actually. So I can kind of go here. And then it will filter up completely. Don't know. Don't know if it will work or not. But we're going to find it out. So let's now go to some effects. Put pitch shifter on it. Right. And let's now, this guy here, let's automate the pitch. And because we want to end essentially just before, so this note here, which is the F. So, I mean, that might be too low. Okay, that may or may not work, but obviously it's massively fat right now, so which I don't want to do. Now normally you would put like EQ on stuff, but we're not going to do that, at least not at the moment. So I'm just going to automate this guy real quick and just have, so it cuts off, you know, goes to thin essentially. So, you know, so we'll do that as well. To about here, I think. And let's just see if that was even worth it. Okay, that works. That's good. It kind of works. It's just the wrong volume, so I'll need to just automate the end volume as well. So it just gets a bit loud, but I can't do that now until all the other elements are in place. But I will, for now, just turn that down, I think, a little bit. So I'm looking at my mixer over here. So let me put it up here. I think that's probably best. There we go. Turn automation off. Don't need to see that right now. Right. Now let's just turn that down just a smidge, not too much. Okay, doke. That's good. Right then. Now, with that done, now we can move on. So I want to get to a bit. This here is where all the drums are going to be on, right? So,
This is it.
So let's now put our drums in and just see what that all sounds like just here.
This is it.
Is that right? No. Yeah, it is right. Where am I here? On this guy. Okay, that's really low.
This is it.
Okay, that's cool. And then we're gonna mess with this so much, but first of all, I want just to treat this lead a little bit. Maybe we just want just a little bit of dirt on here. So
This is it. This is it.
not the right type of dirt, I'm afraid. So on that one at all. So let's, oh wait a minute. Yeah, lead 4, this one. Ah, right, I know where I've just gone wrong. I've just done it wrong. I just put it on the wrong one. Oh, my bad. See, mistakes already.
This is it.
And I need, where is it? Expo Records. I need OTT as well, of course. You can't ever not have OTT, right? So, yeah, no worries, Fabian. I can't use the Horizen dirt. It's not what I'd want to do for the. It's not the right sound, and secondly, it's I need to automate the dirt, like across multiple channels and use the same.
This is it.
Whoa.
This is it.
Okay, that's cool, but this is it needs work. So this bit here. Yeah, cheers, Fabian. You take it easy, buddy. All right. So. You know, I want to try and use Horizen for the best part, obviously for all the sounds and all the synths and stuff. But obviously, when it comes to effects, putting everything together, you'd want to use external things so you can automate them all together. Because otherwise, you've got to have every sound with the same setting, which you don't want to have. You know what I mean? You want to keep things cohesive. Is that a word? Cohesive? Oh, man needs to learn to talk. You know, you know what I mean. So, I want a real cool delay on this vocal. I'm looking at what I've got. I think I'll probably. Where is? What's running out of time? Oh my God, I am like literally, it's been one of those days for me today. I've been like having such a hectic day and then onto this, and even my eyes are like, no, my eyes don't want to work. They're just literally just destroying my own brain. So I'm trying to think too much at the same time, and that's what my problem is at the moment. So it's like, this is what I wanted all along, you know. Yeah, no worries, Fabian. You take it easy, all right? Just come back, and if you check the stream again, then you'll see that I posted presets. I will have a preset section in the Discord, so you can just grab them when you want. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's all good. So you just grab them, you know, when you want to.
This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it.
Kind of like that, 16th dotted.
This is it. This is it.
Maybe, or maybe something real slow.
This is it. This is it. This is it.
Would that work?
This is it.
because it's slightly
This
off
is it.
key, off
This is
tempo, but
This is it.
let's see.
This is it.
No. I kind of like, I preferred 16ths, just real small.
This is it.
Yeah, anyway. Is what it is. Right, let me get him in the right headspace. Where am I at the moment? All volumes. So I want to add some more synthy stuff on this. We've got all our things here. Oh, I want to add the second lead. That's what I want to do now. Duplicate track. And I'll focus on the second section. I think it needs to come in here and not before. Otherwise, it won't make sense. So, and I just want something really basic as well, but just using that 303 maybe on this one. I've got two actually. So, I just essentially want that, but with no reverb on it. So. So yeah, that one or this one. Such a good 303 sound, really. I'm quite lucky that we've got this. So, but I think I prefer the first one. So I'm going to run with that. So, just here. So, you know, it's going to be about wow wow. So that's here. So maybe it will start here. And then the second one would be there. And it's now got to think about timing though. That's the problem. Down bomb, maybe like that. No, needs to be in 16ths. Like that. And then the second one. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, and I'll get some Horizen hits in there in a little while as well, just in the sections to build that up. So that can go. I mean, it's going to be a different volume as well, and you know, different everything. But that one now sounds too fast. Bam. Nah, not feeling that. Maybe just a longer note. Oh, no worries, Uwe-san. Take it easy, alright? You be well. Thanks for joining Discord as well. Do appreciate you so much. Right, that's good. That's all I wanted. So, because they're all on the offbeats, so, you know, it's good. So now we'll just duplicate that across. Oops-a-daisy, don't do that. need it to be... wait. Oh no, because of course I've got the extra one, don't I, on the end. Okay, do I... Interesting. Yeah, it's going to have to be shifted, I think, a little bit. I forgot about that ending one. It kind of breaks that a wee bit, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, no, don't worry. You know, I'm going to keep it like that. I think it still works regardless. So, and that will have loads of other stuff. Right, what I want now is another Horizon, and this time some like cool stuff, single notes on that G, just to kind of land it in there. G and the F sharp, I think, will kind of nail it. So something just vibey that will just kind of blah, you know, some noises, something kind of cool, right? So, look at this. I'm already using 12 instances of Horizon, and my CPU down here. Don't know if you can see that. It's just nothing, which is quite amazing, really. Lucky we don't have convolution reverb in anymore. Otherwise, it would be a different story, you know. Let's have a look. What's we got? So, oh, the war horn might be kind of cool. Oh, I could use that. Oh, you know where I could use that? I could use that at this break right here. Right there. Oh, that'd be awesome. So... yeah, that would be sick. That would be dope. Because it comes out of there, hits the hit, and then we get that war horn. Actually, maybe longer. I don't know, to about there, I think. Yeah, I like it.
This is it.
Alright, that's pretty good. So, you know, we got the basics nailed anyway, you know what I mean? Now we're just missing all the kind of the glory, just ear candy and all sorts of stuff, you know? But I also want some hits in between this as well. So just some odd things. So that war horn was just a one-off, so, you know, it is what it is. So, but I love that. I love that sound. So nice. So nice. I'm going to just bounce that down right now. Just because, you know, it's a one-off. So, let me transform it. Right, done. I'll label that. Keep some kind of thing. All right, now these little independent hit things, I think. let's see what we've got. So let's now go back to this guy again and duplicate and see what we can find. Just little biddies, right? So for this one, let's copy that noise over. Where is our noise gone? Here, I mean noise. Okay, this one turn it up a tiny bit. Okay, awesome. Back to Horizon. So now, and these ones I just leave them as they are. We don't need to change effects or anything on them. They're just good as what they are. Only the stuff that I've got to have cohesive in the track have all got to be together and as kind of one sound because they all get bussed to the same sound. So what I want here is let's have a look at what we can do. Maybe I'm just looking here at these ones. No. Let's look at some leads. Right. And 'cause I just want little noises like this, right? Just in between. So little things like that, you get what I mean, right? But I just want something kind of really a little bit dirty and nasty. Oh, that's kind of nice. Because they're only just one little kind of shallow one hits, right? So let's run with this one. I like that. And we just keep it as it is. No, we don't need to affect it. You know what I mean? Just little 3 notes. Damn, damn, damn. That's it, really. Maybe to the end. Now that lower F didn't work. Let me try again. No, don't do that. It's just, I think it's just got to stick with just the 3 here. And only those 3. They're such small points. There's not even worth a discussion over. So, and then I want something on the downbeats as well. What do you think? Something like, let's put that every other. So yeah, just here. Good. Have I got a snare build up, or should I just do one myself? Let's see. No, they're all those drum loops. It's not what I want. I tell you what, it's just starting to warm up in here now. It was just so cold. It's like I just left it on too long and just didn't even worry about it, you know? So it's horrible when you do that. Your fingers just literally fall off. There's quite a lot of us in Discord right now, which is wonderful to see. And hopefully, you know, hopefully we can just make this grow as we go along, you know, and share things. And I'll have a preset thing in there so that, you know, everyone can share their own presets as well. It's totally fine. Right, let's have a look. So this section is fine. Let me close a few windows. I got so many open right now. So put that to the same bus. And then basically chop, done. Then I don't want all of that.
This is it.
Okay, that's good. So that will run nicely in the background. Boom. And then there'll be something at the end here. Again, we're missing so much, but is what it is. Right, I want to now bring that trance pad that we did earlier, and maybe a respace in this first bit, which might kind of be cool. But before I do that, I wanted to do what I said I wanted to do and do things on the downbeats. So let's duplicate this again. Just many layers. And all simple stuff. Horizen! Let's go to some of the new sounds I've got in here. And we'll find something. I think I've got a sound idea in mind. Potentially anyway. So, oh wait, before I do that. On this one, oh, that might work right off the rip. Just that alone. Maybe the F. It will, but it kills the transients, but only because it's too loud. So you know what? I'm just going to record that in and then worry about it after.
This is it.
Good. I've got some sound effects to play with. These are all good. They're all golden, apart from this one where I made the mess up. So let me just have a look at that. But all the rest are just little tidbits that I can just copy and paste around, you know. So so they all kind of make sense in the end. That's a nice little detail, that. But let's. I was spamming it like a crazy person. So let's just make that a little bit more usable, shall we? I want that one a bit faster. Yeah. I don't really want it to be audible in that sense, but that's good. Otherwise, the rest is fine. And then, yeah, I'll now bounce that down. Again, as is. Don't need to worry about it. Oh, let's render inserts. Right, done. Oh, what's with that crackle at the start? Oh, I see. Right, yeah. Don't need to worry about it. It's fine. Right, so this is the lead then. This guy right here. So let me turn that down now. Dun, 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 dun. And then all these can be just moved around, essentially.
This is it. This is it.
So let me just cut this up. And then just place it where I want it to be. On here. And then just cut that off. Are you off, Lyndon? Alright, buddy. I'll see you later, mate. Right, let's do this. And these ones are just little tidbits that I can just move around, I think. Do you know what I mean? You know, I'm pretty sure of it. Anyway. So, I wanted to just see how that happens in context anyway, against these noises. I think that needs to happen before, actually. Like, way before. Maybe it would have... Yeah, that's better. Okay, that bit is really, I mean, at the moment it's not what I want, but because we've got to build, or we've got to put all the hi-hat loops and percussion loops and yada yada yada, which I've obviously got to do. But otherwise, that's kind of getting there, you know, which I'm kind of happy about in that sense. But I think let me just listen to it from the start, just to even remember where we were. Oh yeah, that's one thing I want to do. I keep on having these just different ideas. Where is my vocal thing that I put in? Down here. That one I need to bounce immediately. Because it's a one-off thing. Just here. That's done. So it's a one-off thing, and also because at the start it's too loud, so but it needs to be louder in the second half, so with the vocals. And then we'll treat, oh god, there's so much to do, it's unbelievable, but it's, you know, this is what happens when you try and write a track in like no time at all, you know.
There's a sweet escape.
Whoa, hello, that you're so loud again. Why? I demand a reason. Give me a reason.
There's a sweet escape in your memory.
Okay. They don't need to be here. Thank you. Right, let's listen.
There's a sweet escape in your memory. step into it. Help me remember it. The old movie of a serenity. This is it.
Okay. Wow, so primitive, so empty. You know what I mean? But it's there. This is what I want to do. Not now because it's 10 o'clock and I'm absolutely exhausted. You know what? I'm just going to talk to you guys just for a couple of minutes. So stay with me, and then I'm going to disappear. The reason why is because I've been up since 5:30 this morning. So, and I need some rest and some sleep. So I'm going to sit here, drink my water, and just talk to you for a couple of minutes before I disappear. So, yeah, this track, what I want to do with it is, like, I'm not going to do it now, but maybe I'll do it tomorrow so I can give it to you guys to play with. You know, if anyone wants it, of course, you're welcome to it. You know, if you want to. But essentially, I want lots more. I want lots more info on the start of the song where the ARP is, and then that will grow to like more, you know, into more and bigger and better stuff, and then the drop section or the pre-drop will have lots of detail in there and ear candy. And then it will take you into the big room section, which is obviously going to be much, much bigger than what it is now, because we've just started it. All we've done is just done the lead part. We haven't got any of the top stuff on yet. So that's like super empty. But at least we've made a start, you know? In like, how long have I been streaming? Over 2 hours. So, but considering that this is an hour and a half's work, and that's not too bad, and we've already written the kind of the bare essentials, I'd say, to a track. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of really good. And so, you know, you've always got to start somewhere, and then you just build it up. But, you know, and I want to just build this up a little bit more. And what I want to do is not come up with a complete finished song, but just like maybe I'll get this in, I'll get the other vocals in as well. Actually, I'm just curious. How does the other vocals, these vocals, work with that drop section? I don't know, let's find out. It probably won't work, but you never know, right? I'm just curious now.
This is it. I got secrets you couldn't handle. I love so hard, but it's fragile. I don't know if you're gentle enough, if you're someone to trust.
No, it doesn't quite work, but what I wanted to do with that is, because obviously you have this little not sub, but you have this kind of like the big room element, the real kind of festival kind of vibe going on. And once that kind of comes to its climax, then we'll go back to the respace, the LARP section, essentially the intro, but more padded out. And then we'll have these second vocals put in that are mashed up a little bit. So I'll probably do the intro, the up section into the pre-drop to the drop to the climax to the drop into a second kind of verse section, and then I'll call it there, and then you guys can just remix it, use it for your own tracks or whatever it is you want to do. I don't care. So I will leave that in my Discord once it's done, and I'll upload the stems so you can then use it. So and that will be pretty awesome. So, you know, and you know, why not, right? It's all about sharing. You don't have to download it if you don't want it, you know what I mean? So I mean, I know you guys are probably into different music anyway. What? Incidentally, I'm curious. I mean, I know I've heard your stuff, Troy. But you know, generally, what sort of stuff are you into? Do you have like a favorite genre, or do you not care? You're just producers and you just want to just make music regardless. You know, trance and electronic. Nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get you. I mean, I like doing also. I mean, obviously, if I'm doing synth work, because obviously I've made a synth, then for me, obviously, I like doing electronic music, and we do a lot of it anyway here at the studio. It depends of who comes in, and it's always interesting to do because you can get really creative with it. You know, pop is what we kind of pretty much do all day long, every day. Um, Techno and synth pop, yeah. I mean, my favorite genre is actually that I love writing in, believe it or not. Although I don't like my favorite work I've ever done in terms of this is doing old school dubstep stuff, right? You know when you make all those weird noises and gimmicks and pops and clicks and stuff like that, right? So, you know, I love doing that. Although I'm not really a fan of dubstep per se, but I loved that. That was awesome. Tangerine Dream, Polyphonics, fantastic. And Jar, of course, yeah, absolutely. You know, why not? My problem that I've got is because I'm not a streamer, right? Although technically I am now because every Wednesday I'm going to be streaming, but and the thing I find hard converting to right now is my headphones aren't that great. And so, of course, I'm trying to do stuff like this in headphones, and probably I'll come off the stream, listen to it through my loudspeakers, and I'll be like, oh, okay, everything's missing, you know? So I need to kind of invest in get myself stuff, but you know, and um and things like that. So so it can be properly translated, you know what I mean? And it's good because at the moment I'm like the mid range is super scooped in these headphones, and which is why I don't want to do any EQing and stuff like that. Normally I do that as I go along, but it's kind of scary doing it because what I'm hearing in my earphones right now are probably not what you're hearing, and it would probably be a complete and utter mess otherwise. So I've got to be careful, you know, about what I do and what I can't do. I do need to get some proper ones though, in fairness, you know. I mean, there's lots. Actually, I've had quite a horror story the last few days. Like my keyboard broke. It's sitting at the back on the couch there. 'Cause I've got to just take it to get repaired. But so it's the NI, the Native Instruments one, the Mark III or whatever it is. And basically, it started off with a sticky key, right? And then it was out of warranty. So I was like, wow, how hard can it be to fix it? So so of course I tried, and then I ended up breaking it. So yeah, good job. So apparently it was harder than I thought, and so now like the modulation wheel just doesn't work, and it sends MIDI sysx messages inside Studio One like crazy, like constantly, and it eventually crashes because it just overloads the memory. So it's kind of bizarre. So you know, uh, polyphonics. Yeah, I think we're all guilty of that though. You know, so it's just that's just progression. You know, don't ever see that as a negative. That's a good thing, you know, because, you know, conceptually ideas, that's why I do how I'm doing it here, right? Is a lot of people tend to jump in too fast too soon with music. And that's what I've noticed a lot. And YouTube is a probably the worst people to see that on, you know. Often I watch what a new plugin does or a new synth or whatever, and they're writing music, and I'm like, oh, you know, no, they've gone too far, and then it just turns into a mushy mess, and I don't know how to get out of it. And so I like to paint it with a big, massive brush, and then decide what I like. You know what I mean? And look, everyone's got their own way, so there's no rules in music, of course. But it's just, you know, just if you can do a good job, great. You're sorted. Yamaha, yeah, Yamaha are good. I mean, actually, this one here is actually a Korg Prologue, a proper analog synth. You know what I mean? So, thanks, Polyphonics. I mean, obviously, the more this goes on, and when I'm actually normal and not so tired, it probably go a lot quicker. I was quite slow today, you know. But in fairness, I've had a really busy day today, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty like, nervous going on before stream. I was like, I've got no idea what I'm doing. I just finished my other job that I had to do, and like, right now I've got to write some music on the stream, and I've got no idea where I am. And so, 15 minutes before I streamed, while I was waiting, while you guys saw the waiting screen, I was like sifting through some vocals and thinking, oh, okay, I can start on this, start on that, and literally having ideas beforehand. So I just didn't know what I was doing. You know, it's kind of funny, but we made it, and something came from nothing, and I love that. It doesn't need to be an award-winning song. It's just the whole point of music is you sit there and you do something and something happens. You know what I mean? And we used lots of versions of Horizon, and we just started from the basics, and then you just build it up and build it up, and then at that point you decide, do I want to delete things? Can I restart again, or can I redo this bit? And then that then triggers new ideas, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't ever like to commit too early unless I'm absolutely sure that's what I'm going for fully, So all these ones I bounce down, I know that they're set because I like them. But like the ARP, for example, it's nice what I did, but is it, exactly what I want? Don't know. It's like, it is what it is, and everything will have its place and time. But like the big room lead section really needs some work. It's not filled out. It's not the right sound yet, but you've got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? To build your ideas. And what I don't like doing, and what I see people doing all the time, is like they put an idea down, and then they think, oh, how can I make it better? And they throw every plugin in the world on it, and then it doesn't work. And then they try and go backwards on that, if you know what I mean, and it just gets too messy. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. So anyway, sorry for on a rant there. Oh, you're talking about your Yamaha. And you can have both options on the same keys. It's the best. Yeah, nice. It's all good. At the end, it's about that. It's about comfortable workflow. I think, I think so too, Polyphonics. I agree. It's like, at the end of the day, you do want, I mean, you've got to think about, yeah, how can I best explain this? It's like, look, my real actual job is a producer. I produce bands, I produce music, I work with record labels every day. I do whatever it is that I've got to do to get music out there, right? And does that make me special? No, it doesn't. It doesn't make me any different to any other guy doing music or being a producer of music. It's just that's what I fell into, from a young age. And so, and the thing is we all never appreciate the world that we're in most of the time. And the thing is one thing I say is YouTube in general, and like young artists that are coming up running FL Studio and, the latest plugins and stuff, some of them do some really good stuff, but most of it is just throwaway stuff. It's just, it is what it is. It's, but, but they do YouTube videos, not streaming, and the YouTube videos are, of course, all edited and stuff, and so you know, you've got a 2 hour video that you sit and watch of a how to, you know, whatever beat from start to finish. And they probably spent ages preparing that. And fair play, you know, if it makes good content and they're getting lots of views, not an issue, you know. So it's great. But the thing is us individuals that are doing this live, we have to look at the bigger picture sometimes. You know, it's not, you can't just sit there and just come up with this instant banger. You just doesn't work, you know. So I'm fully prepared to fail, and I don't mind doing so because it's part of life, you know. So I don't need to prove myself to, you know, anyone. You know, it's my job. So, you know, it's like it gives you a sense of calmness about that, you know, and I enjoy doing it just for you guys, really, and just to show you what our synth is all about, you know, in the power of making professional music, and also as an application and as a sound tool generally, you know, it's and how good it is. And I'm really just looking forward to the future with Horizon so much, you know. I can't wait to show you guys what we've got planned, you know. Your own balance in music, very well said, Troy. Yes, I agree with you. You know, you do. You've got to you got to know where your limits are as well, you know. And but I would say, like, don't ever you know, don't ever put yourself in a box either. You know, don't. Lots of people do that. Oh, I can only write, you know, discotheque. I can only write, you know, future bass. No, you can't. You can do anything you want. Mix genres. Who cares, right? Come up with something new, you know. No one's asking you to be Jacob Collier, you know, on recreating, you know, balance in scales, you know, for that reason. You know, it's just, I think people just got to just be expressive, you know. And the thing is, music is so subjective as well. So I could love a piece of music and you could hate it, you know, but I think it's like generally with music, I think it's like, I think it's ultimately how it makes you feel, right? Not what it sounds like. I think that's proper, you know. You know, like when you're sitting at home or you're watching a movie or something, and subconsciously you hear the backing music and you kind of think, oh wow, that's great, you know, that's real nice because it made you feel good, right? And I think that's important. You know, as musicians and as producers, it's like getting that input. It just makes you feel good, and I love that aspect of music. You know, and it can come from little tiny little bits, you know, of whatever it is, you know. And we've all got a sound in our heads that we love and that we our ears prick up to, right? And you know, but the thing is, to me, it can be anything. It can be classical music. It can be death metal, scream metal. It can be, you know, the latest EDM banger. It can be, you know, a dubstep beat. It can be a hip hop track. Anything, honestly, anything. You know, in my job, I have to be open to all sources, and I am. But you know, I'm not a master of anything, and I don't specialize in anything either. You know, I don't know from a daily day basis what I've got coming through the door. You know, it could be anything. It could be a hip hop artist. It could be someone who slams their rock guitar, and you know, or whatever, and it could be a funk band, or you know, anything really. So you just got to be open to it, and as long as it's good and you understand the philosophy and the flow of music, then that's all that matters. You know what I mean? So, and of course, the sound matters. In this case, obviously, Horizon is the best thing that you need for that. So, you know, but yeah. Anyway, I'm just rambling on now. It's very difficult to have these one-sided conversations because I'd love to have your side of the conversation. You know what I mean? And although we're not debating anything, it's just simple, just, you know, it's just speak, isn't it? But, you know, is what it is. But look, I've been streaming for, say, 2.5 hours, and, you know, thank you very much for coming. It's a much smaller stream today. But it is what it is. And, yeah, hopefully you guys would chill out and enjoy yourselves. I will talk to you in Discord. I will drop these presets on there later. Once I figure out how, of course. So, you know, and then you guys can get them. I might be doing that tomorrow because I'll probably just go straight off the bed, to be fair. And then you guys just, yeah, just have some fun and take care until next time, all right? And then I'll finish this up and also let you hear it next week. And probably next week we'll do something different. Maybe some synthwave stuff maybe next week because other people wanted synthwave stuff. So we can maybe do some kind of 80s throwback stuff or whatever. Or some ambient music maybe or something like that, you know. Oh no, thank you for coming here. Honestly, I do appreciate it honestly so much. And, you know, honestly, but I just wish more people that would subscribe to us and, you know, we would just want to grow this community and we just, you know, it's coming to a point where you release something so good that you want to shout from the tallest mountain, right? And so you know, it's hard. It's hard love in our industry, you know. So, hello, Edwara. Very different, actually. So, I mean, it's a very open question. So, you know, it's a good question. It's very open though because it's very difficult to answer. It's like Horizon is much bigger, deeper, and you can do a lot more with it. So, Horizon is just being released. I know it's version 2.5, but it's actually not. It's our entry level back in. It's going to be a platform eventually, so consider it like Omnisphere rather than anything else. Troy, I feel you, man. Honestly, just is really bad, you know. So just make sure you're safe, all right? You know. But yeah. So, anyway, just said I will finish off this track and give it to you guys so you guys can do what you want with it. And I will give all these presets away as well. They're all kind of EDM stuff, but if you find them useful, great. If you don't, there's not a problem, you know. It's just I'm giving free stuff away, right? So it is what it is. So look, I'm going to end the stream here. So hopefully everyone is gonna have a good time. And look, take care. Until next week, we'll be here same time, same place. So you know, everyone, you take care, and I'll see you later. All right. Thanks for stopping by, and like and subscribe.